I'm gonna enjoy a trip with my sister with your bank card. Huey suddenly called me. I'd noticed his late returns and secretive calls with my sister-in-law, Fanny, but never guessed this. I suspected he might be scheming something with Fanny, so I had a plan of my own. Should I pretend to be shocked?
My bank card? What do you mean? Please explain to me.
I knew Huey was off on a trip today. Utterly ridiculous. If he's trying something on me, he should have planned better. I've been patient until now. But enough's enough. I'm for payback. I've got my revenge plan ready. The time has come for us, the silent sufferers, to strike back at those unbearable siblings. After today, everything will be clear. He doesn't know my ally is with him on their trip. I'm Felicia, 33. I'm living in a house I bought with my husband. Huey, right after high school, I joined my current company, gaining experience. I got several qualifications on my boss's advice. Qualifications and achievements matter at the company I work for. I got a promotion at 21, the youngest. I'm just a supervisor, though. I secretly harbored the ambition to reach at least the position of a department head. Soon after, Hugh joined as a new employee. I was younger than him, but I was his supervisor. I was tasked with training Huey and 2 others. We must be close in age. It's awesome that you're a supervisor at that young.
Yeah, maybe I'm a year younger than you. I've been working here since I graduated from high school, so I've got some career mileage.
He used to praise me a lot then. Huey pursued me, and eventually, I fell for him too. It was like any other romance. Dinners, drives, and soon, we moved in together. Living together, I started to see Huey's sloppiness, but I thought it was good he felt relaxed with me. After some time, he proposed to me, and I accepted. We discussed our future. I want you to quit and be a homemaker. I'll earn, you manage home. I want kids in our own house. I can't wait for our wedding. What's your plan?
Well, that's a nice plan. But it's not financially possible even though I have savings. I don't plan to quit my job. I just take maternity leave. And buying a house means more financial worries.
Right, but I hate you earning more than me. I definitely want a house. I was planning to buy one right after the wedding.
That's probably impossible. I already earn more. So let's finish the wedding and get a house first, then think about kids. We'll decide either I'll quit my job or not then.
Okay.
I had no intention of quitting, but this seemed the only way to end his tantrum. Before the wedding, we met his family. However, his sister, Fanny, was absent on a trip. So, I met her for the first time at the wedding. She barged in, looked me up and down, snorted, and said,
Quite plain for his taste, huh? Different from his usual type. I'm Fanny. I'll not hold back just because you're my SIL. I'll treat you as my real family.
Hi, I'm Felicia. Nice to meet you.
I was left stunned by Fanny's frankness. Yes, she too was a troublesome character. I met Fanny's husband later, and he seemed decent. After the wedding, Hugh and I agreed on a house to buy. I braced myself for a busy life, putting more effort into work. Then, on an ordinary day off, suddenly the doorbell rang, and I couldn't leave what I was doing, so I asked Huey to take care of it. Turns out, it was a visit from Fanny.
Hey, Felicia. Well, Q, you must be earning a lot to afford such a big house.
Yeah, right. I work hard. Make yourself at home. Hey, Felicia, got any snacks? Hurry up. Fanny's here?
I felt something off about Hugh's attitude. When Fanny arrived, he started acting all high and mighty and telling her he bought the house. I put down the down payment and have been paying the mortgage, but Huey insisted on having the house in his name, so I gave in. I thought it wouldn't matter since it's a house for both of us, but explaining it to my SIL somehow really irks me. I felt irritated explaining this to Fanny, but decided to keep the peace.
Here are some snacks. Huey is really working hard.
You're acting all high and mighty. You sound like his boss, haha.
Actually, I'm Huey's boss.
That's right. Didn't I tell you? When I joined, Felicia was already a supervisor. She is a high school graduate, so she started working earlier. I can't help it, right? I'll overtake her soon, though.
Huh. You're a high school graduate? You look so put together, yet less accomplished than me.
Is there a problem with being a high school graduate?
No, not really. But I'm superior to you, so you have to obey me.
That's right. Felicia, you better listen to Fanny. Or I'm superior to you, so you have to obey me. Felicia, you better listen to Fanny, or I'll kick you out of the house.
I couldn't believe what they were saying. Why do I have to do whatever they say just because I'm a high school graduate, and if I don't, he'll kick me out of the house? What an absurd thing to say. Is this some kind of joke? I forced a smile, ignored their talk, and rushed to the kitchen. I overheard their conversation, and they were serious. Fanny then came to the kitchen.
Amisa, I need a favor. Can you lend me some money? Like $5,000? Oh, yes.
$5,000. That's a lot. What do you need it for?
$5,000 is nothing for a supervisor like you, right? It's for re-roofing my house.
You said you live in a condo, not a house, didn't you?
Ah, did I? Well, just give it to me. He said you'll lend me money.
What? Why did he decide that on his own?
Hey, the Felice, sit down. Take money to her. If you don't, I'll tell your boss you want to quit.
Ling, I'll lend you money, but you have to sign a promissory note.
Or a note. We're family, though.
It doesn't matter. I need your signature and ID.
Huh, so annoying. But if you're lending me money, that's fine. I'll come tomorrow night.
So, I agreed to lend money to Fanny. It was a gut feeling to ask for a promissory note, despite complaining. Fanny wrote a promissory note the next day. Little did I know about Hugh's sister complex until I married him. I was just astounded. It seemed whatever I said would be useless. Like years. I learned Fanny spent the money on luxury items. After that, Fanny kept asking for more without hesitation. I always made her sign a promissory note each time. In a month, she had borrowed about $12,000. Just when I thought this was getting out of hand, my boss called me in for a surprise promotion from supervisor to department head. I was thrilled. I returned home feeling excited. I told Huey about the promotion.
I'm home. Huey, guess what?
Welcome back. You seem happy. What's up?
My boss called me in today, and guess what? He offered me a department head position. Getting closer to my goal of being a branch manager.
What? You got a promotion. Doesn't make sense. Did you accept it?
Yeah, I've always said that was my goal, remember?
No way. You should have asked me first, and I wanted you to be a homemaker. Why are you getting promoted while I'm still an ordinary employee? That's not fair.
That's not up to me. I've said I don't want to quit my job, and I have no idea why you're not promoted.
After this conversation, Huey made a phone call, likely to Fanny, and soon enough she arrived.
What? You stole Hugh's promotion?
No, I didn't. Fair promotions in our company are based on merit.
Are you saying Huey is incompetent? How dare you?
Felicia is crazy. Let's go to a fancy restaurant with her money.
They rummaged through my purse, took my bank card, and overpowered me when I resisted. Watching the two of them leave laughing, I felt so frustrated that tears came to my eyes. I should never have married such a person. It is too late for regrets. I needed to find a divorce lawyer. He didn't come home that night. The next day at work, Huey approached me smirking.
Yesterday was fun. Eating on someone else's money is the best. Thanks for the treat.
He handed me receipts from a restaurant totaling $1,200. They then stayed at a fancy hotel. I was appalled but held back as other employees started arriving. Much later, I checked my balance and found he had withdrawn $8,000. I confronted him at home.
Hey, what were you thinking by withdrawing $8,000? That's my savings from before we were married.
You're so annoying. Who cares about your savings?
He ran off to the bathroom. Enough is enough. I decided to divorce him. I consulted a lawyer that weekend. 3 weeks passed as I prepared for the divorce. I've been steadily preparing for the divorce. Since that incident, Huey started coming home late and quickly leaving the house on his days off, which seemed suspicious.
How's this, Felicia? Is the that's our SIL?
Yes, it's rare to hear from you. Alfred.
Dies who bother you? Is my wife there?
Fanny? No, she's not here.
Why do you see? He's been coming home late and leaving without saying anything on weekends. Sweetheart, hell, and for him. He said she was at Husey Tap or Highest house.
That's news to me. Huey's been acting similarly. They're probably together somewhere. But soon, it won't be my concern anymore. Alfred.
It's no longer your concern. What do you mean? It's your god Yisa propulses the musicians. Catch a
I told him everything, including the money I lent to Fanny.
I'm sorry about my wife. I've been at my limit too, thinking about divorce, but couldn't bring myself to act.
You can use the evidence I've collected. Alfred, let's divorce them. It's not fair to you. Let's get back at those selfish, extravagant siblings.
You're right. Let's do this together. Is you I lost. And a while. I think Fanny and Huey are planning a trip.
He mentioned Fanny's long vacation request and travel brochures on her vanity. Curious. I checked Huey's shelf and found brochures. He plain formed in my mind. Alfred, they might really be planning a trip. I found some brochures. I have an idea. I explained it and he agreed, laughing. We decided to discuss the details over text messages and ended the call. I also sent him some messages that might be advantageous for the divorce and carefully planned everything. Weeks later, Healy left early. I knew I thanks to Alfred's message yesterday. To a few hours later, Huey called. For the past few weeks, Huey's been coming home late and secretly talking on the phone with Fanny. I noticed he was restless even at home, but I never imagined he was plotting something like this. I suspected he might be scheming something with Fanny, so I had a plan of my own. Maybe I'll pretend to be surprised. My bank card? What do you mean? Please explain to me.
Haha, seriously? You didn't notice until now. Fanny planned this trip. Alfred is just here in case. You can't defy us.
Be more holding back. I've put up with so much until now, so a little payback seems fair. I've lost all affection and care for him.
Can you repeat what you just said?
I said I took your bank card.
My card is in my wallet, though.
Wait, what's this?
You finally realized? Isn't that my old gym membership card? Same color and texture, hun?
But I swear it was the bank card when I took it.
Maybe you mistook it.
Fanny overheard on speakerphone. What's this about a gym card? I saw the bank card too.
I know you two were scheming something. Last night, I switched the cards. You left without checking this morning.
What have you done?
Don't get cocky. I won't forgive you.
I have a surprise for both of you when you return.
Ring to bribe us?
You can look forward to it.
What should we do now? Can you send me some money?
I funga. I didn't need to listen to the name more. Hugh texted, send me some money. Remember, we have Alfred on our side too. I replied, is that so? And went back to sleep. I was woken up in the early afternoon by the phone ringing. I saw numerous missed calls and messages. I called Alfred first, then answered Huey.
You picked up your phone finally. Send me some money, please. It's freezing.
The reason it's cold is because Huey is in Alaska. It's February now, so it must be chilling. If Huey is saying it's cold, it seems my plan has succeeded.
Didn't you say Alfred is on your side? Is Nina there?
Know something. It's cold, and Alfred is not here.
Should I tell you? You and Fanny schemed, so Alfred ducked, and I did too. Simple, right? When he first talked, it was to buy time. Alfred's already on his way back. Fixin' pot first and...
Are you cheating with my husband?
No, we're just teaming up for revenge. You'll have to make your way back. Bye.
Saying this, I hang up the phone. It should be about time for Alfred to arrive here. I contacted the lawyer to join us. We held the final meeting for the divorce before Huey and Fanny returned. I expected they would come to complain to me. Hours later, they stormed in yelling.
As to Clark, Shonisha, what have you done? I'll kick you out from the house. Be ready.
Alfred, why did you leave us? I can't believe it. You're okay being dumped by me? Apologize.
A baddest moment. Choose printer. Sit down. Ask for a
Their shock at usually calm Alfred's outburst made them sit immediately. The lawyer handed them his card. They stared blankly at it.
Here's our gift to you.
Alfred and I handed them a stack of papers, which left them pale as they read.
Wait, this mentions alimony? You're not considering divorce, right?
I see it in mine too.
Yes, divorce.
What did I do wrong? This is a joke, right?
Let's go home. Alfred last.
I'll start. I've recorded your daily verbal abuse. The calls from the trip too. Don't you realize what you did? I can't stay with you.
Wait, are you sure?
I'm claiming half of the house down payment, the remaining mortgage, and repayment for my savings you used. Plus, Fanny, you owe me for the money I lent you and what you spent with Huey.
Wait, you said you bought this house, and I didn't borrow or spend anything.
Fanny, please read everything. There are promissory notes for the money I lent.
I don't know these papers. Without proof. Just watch this.
Me too. Give me that recorder.
Huey crushed the recorder and Fanny tore the papers, looking triumphant.
Miss Yue, the data is saved on my PC, and Fanny, those weren't the originals. The show's showing.
You two really don't think well through.
Alfred has claims against you too. Bless your skirting or Barrett, wrestling was you career with Ba. I need for the money you spent and your affair. Thunch Aimler affair.
They broke down, crying childishly. My claims against Huey included alimony, half of the house down payment, and repayment for my used savings, totaling around $115,000, plus future mortgage payments of $2,000. My claims against Fanny totaled $31,000, including the money I lent her. Alfred's claims against Fanny were $30,000 for the affair and $90,000 for other expenses, totaling $120,000. I thought they might sue since both of them aren't very smart, but thankfully the lawyer wrote at the end of the documents, "Even if you sue, you will definitely lose. No one will defend you. It will only cost you more money. Please focus on repaying." This saved me from a lawsuit, and the negotiations ended smoothly. After the meeting, I took my packed bags and left. The company Huey and I work for was informed about the whole story, and I was transferred to different branch. Weeks later, Huey contacted me.
Felicia, I miss you. Life without you is lonely. Can we start over? You can work all you want.
No, goodbye. Fanny, it's Fanny. Let's get back together and live with you. Maybe we misunderstood each other. It'll work out this time. I ignored their pleas and blocked them. Alfred did the same when they contacted him. Passing the house later, it was up for sale. I didn't want to happen to them after that, because I blocked them. I bought a condo after leaving, and I was recently promoted to branch manager. My cool. Alfred and I occasionally dine out. He is slightly older than me, but he is easy to talk with. I think we get along well. Getting improved post-divorce. I'm glad I got divorced. What happened between me and Alfred afterward is a story for another time.